Virgo, I'm Pam, and welcome to your Psychic Tarot reading for September 2014. This month I decided to go back to the Celtic Cross Tarot spread for you. And I'm sorry, Virgo, the first card that comes up for you is not a pleasant card. And I did shuffle this twice before, and this card kept coming up, so I can't avoid it for you. I tried. You have 10 of Swords. I'm sorry, Virgo. You have 10 of Swords. And 10 of Swords to me symbolizes this can be a betrayal, like being stabbed in the back. It can also be grief and sadness and loss if someone has passed away. I feel, Virgo, that for some of you, you're going through an abrupt shift and change. I feel you're not feeling quite up to par about stuff, and that certain things have taken place that have rattled you. I feel you definitely have some feeling of devastation going on here suddenly, Virgo. For some Virgos, I feel you have found out some very disturbing information. Wow, I'm not happy about what I'm getting here for you, Virgo. I feel like a couple of different things. Okay, first of all, I feel that for some of you Virgos, there's been a sudden abrupt leaving. Somebody has left you abruptly. Now, in some circumstances, this could be somebody passed away suddenly in your life recently. For some of you Virgos, I feel somebody left or decided to pop out with the fact that they wanted to get a divorce comment lately. And I do feel like there's been like an abrupt leaving comes up. Some of you may feel like you just had your heart broken, like somebody just sprung something on you very surprisingly. For some of you Virgos, you may have gotten news that somebody you know that's near and dear to your heart, could be a family member or a close friend, is ill, suddenly taken ill. For some of you Virgos, I feel that somebody has recently passed. So it's, no matter which way you cut it, in this card, the messages I'm getting, it's abrupt, it was painful, it's happened extremely recently, and I feel that whatever the circumstance was caught you off guard. And I'm so sorry, Virgo, because it's very troubling to see this come up for you. And I know you're sensitive souls and you don't deserve to feel this kind of sadness. So I'm sorry to say that right off the bat in your reading. I did shuffle the cards a couple times, and two of the cards I don't like showed up, and just to make sure I was getting it again, or getting something different, they kept coming up. Two of the cards I hate showed up. I'm sorry, no matter how I could get away from it. So I have to be honest with you on what I get, and I don't like to be the bearer of bad tidings. But on a different note here, this is a general reading, so hopefully this isn't across the board for a widespread variety of Virgos. Hopefully this is just a select few, or I wish it wasn't at all, really. The next card that you have in your reading, Virgo, you have the Fool. And the Fool is a card that symbolizes to me starting out on a new journey. You have to be careful when you start on this journey, because it might have a tendency to be naive or have on rose-colored glasses, and you don't want that, because you don't want to be blindsided or caught unawares when you're starting off on this journey. Now, the interesting thing is the first card that comes up, which is on top of you, would be something that's happening in your life right now, affecting you right now, or something that's recently, or an event that's happened in the past that's affecting you right now. That was this card. The card that crosses it, which goes this way, either supports this card or conflicts it. So it's an obstacle or an asset. So the card that crossed over it is the Fool. I feel that for some of you, you're going to have to take dramatic steps now, and you're kind of starting your life over or rebuilding your life anew. I feel like for whatever's going on in your life right now, whatever this upheaval has been, that you need to take all steps that you can to calm your mind. Take walks in the woods. Take walks in parks. Go to the beach if you can. Be outside in nature. If you have trouble sleeping, do what you can to find rest whenever you can. I feel that you will have support of people and friends that will be there for you through these tough times. I feel that you are going to go through a huge transformation and rebuilding phase, and it looks like someone new could come into your life as soon as August of next year. Because I feel that whatever has just occurred for you, you're going to meet somebody that's gone through some very similar occurrences or processes that you are also going through now. So there'll be a commonality between the two of you. I feel like whatever this is a big devastation or loss to you in whatever way. I really don't like, this is the part, I don't like to read such negative things. I really don't. For some reason, being on this earthly plane is at times can seem like one test and lesson after another. And I'm sorry you're having to go through the difficulty that I see here. The next card you have in your reading today, Virgo, which is at the top of your reading, which I see as a goal position, you have the Nine of Pentacles. And the Nine of Pentacles is actually a very positive card in the sense that it is financial stability. It's also being at peace with yourself and your life, having financial blessings. I feel that you're trying to figure out what to do next, that some plans that you've had have to get shelved for now or put away and reorganized, and rethinking has to come up. For me, this comes up more strongly that this applies to Virgo females. It's not to say that Virgo males are not being affected in this way too. It just keeps coming at me as a Virgo female, more so. I feel you're going to have conversations with spiritual people to help you get through this time. For some of you Virgos, I feel that you're going to have some money to be able to do some changes and things to your home. I feel that you are going to change it in some way. I feel there's going to be some redecorating and restructuring of your home also, where I feel that other people are going to be living with you, whereas you may have some family members that move in with you for a little while, or some family members that have lived with you move out, or you may have a friend come stay. There's some restructuring of what your living situation is going to be soon. Month of September going into the month of October. For some of you Virgos, I feel that whoever comes to stay with you, you're going to have a lot to talk about. And I feel that there may be some consideration of studying abroad. So there may be some talk about going overseas to take some classes or studying something, I feel may come up here. I feel like some things you're going to do, you're going to make some moves and talk to people about putting some things into action quickly, because I'm getting the feeling, I don't know if it's because of the card that I picked up first, but I'm feeling like some of you are going to want to make some moves to make some changes or do some things differently quickly. Like you almost like I feel like you want to get out of your surroundings or you want to get away from something. It's such, I feel like you're just going through some like hardship and some real testing times here. And even though you may feel like this has been a horrible time, I do get you are going to be getting some blessings coming at you. I feel like in the month of November, you step out of your comfort zone and you make a whole new plan. This is all about change and restructuring. I feel for some of you Virgos, you feel like you're bound up or like kind of like tied up in an emotional prison. So this is trying times, but I definitely, Virgos are strong and I know they're going to weather them and see through them. The best course of action I feel for Virgos to do when they're going through these troubling situations is actually two things: rest and action, which are two opposite things. But I feel like when you make plans and you set them in motion and start seeing them through, that helps you clear your mind. Or like, I feel like you need activity. Then when you get the crash and burn sensation, or like you feel mentally exhausted or emotionally exhausted, I feel at that point, then if you can rest and if you have trouble sleeping, even if you just try to rest, even if you're not actually sleeping, you do need to, you know, veg out, so to speak. Don't try to burn yourself to the quick here. Don't burn yourself out. But I feel that you're going to be able to weather this and ride this out. The next card you have, Virgo, that shows up in your reading today is in a past position. And that card is the Six of Pentacles. And the Six of Pentacles, to me, this is a card that symbolizes charity. And money, giving money away to others, or it's money coming to you from outside sources. It could go either direction. I feel for some of you, you're going to be given cash, and in some instances, this is going to be a windfall. For some of you, I feel this is coming through where investments really are paying off. And I feel that because of this money coming at you, you are going to be able to give other people that you care about some financial assistance. But I also do feel that you've already been generous, Virgo, already, and that you get some payback here, where some people are going to be very generous in giving to you now. Some of this is financial, and some of this is through care, love, and support, and appreciation. I really do feel that for some of you, you are going to travel. You're going to make a lot of plans to do so and travel. I feel like you're just like ready to get out of Dodge, and I feel that this is actually going to occur. I feel that you are going to be getting into a relationship with someone from a foreign land, not from the country that you are in. I feel that you will eventually in time become married to this person, high probability, or the relationship will be like a marriage. The next card you have in your reading today, Virgo, you have Page of Swords. And Page of Swords is showing up in the energy that you're moving through right now. And Page often comes up as either a message or it can be one of your children. This would be an air sign child, if you have a child, which could either be a boy or a girl. Doesn't matter with the pages, they're either or. That would be associated to an air sign. That would be a Gemini, a Libra, or an Aquarius, or that could be their rising sign. I feel that you're going to be giving them like a leg up and steady them financially. I feel that there's been a lot of problems caused by this person, or they've had a lot of troubles or problems in their life. I feel that for some of you, this Page of Swords child has really been through a lot and been affected by some outside influences, like maybe gotten in with a bad crowd, or um, and in some cases just where people have negatively influenced them, whether they were with the crowd or not. That there's been some instability in this page's life, and to me, he comes up more as a male. I feel like he can't get himself clear here. Like he's like going around and around in circles, kind of like a dog chasing its tail, like, or in a cycle that he can't get out of. I feel in some cases, this guy has held a lot of judgments against you in the past, but I feel that's over now. I don't feel that's happening anymore. And in some ways, I feel like he really doesn't know what to do with his life. Like he's kind of lost direction. Like he's like misguided, and maybe he's done some misappropriation of funds here too. Like he just seems lost. I feel like he doesn't really have a direction. He needs some guidance. He needs to get steady and solid. I feel like he himself is going through some kind of trauma or crisis. I feel like he's really been feeling blue and out of sorts and having a lot of depression. I feel that you come in here and help him as much as you can, and then you like take steps, but you have to back away from the situation, because I feel that in the past, that if you help too much, it just doesn't do any good. So you help to a point, and then I feel you taking steps back, and then sort of, let's see what you're going to do with it kind of feeling here. I feel like inside he really does want to make these changes. But the frustrating thing is he seems to keep hurting himself in some way. And he's definitely somebody that does not like to get told what to do. That's clear. It's like he wants you to be there for him when he wants you, and then when he doesn't, he pushes you away. And I feel that for some of you, you can't cope with that anymore. And so I feel in some cases you tell him, here, this is what I'm going to give you or tell you or show you to help you, and then get back to me when you've made some improvements or changes, or give me a call when you're ready. Kind of action here. This circles around very heavily through the months of October and November, and maybe even a little bit into the very beginning of December with this guy. The next card you have in your reading today, Virgo, you have another air sign. You have, in the slightly future position, you have Knight of Swords. And the Knight of Swords to me symbolizes an air sign male, either an Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. This could also be his rising sign. He's somebody that has a lot to say. He's very forceful. Now, the interesting thing here is these two could, even though they came up, they could be the same guy. They could be representing the same guy here, but we will see. We will see, Virgo. The Knight of Swords is somebody that has a lot to say. He can be very forceful with his words and his opinions. He's very bright. He has a keen mind. He's no dummy at all. He's a very action moving forward kind of person. He can cause a lot of trouble though, however, if he's not operating from the good side of the night. If he's on the positive side, he's very truthful. He gets a lot of things done. He's a good communicator. He's very bright. He's great with making things happen. If he's operating from the negative side of the night, he is very untruthful, and he can cause discord and calamity just by coming in and disrupting everything. So just by what these two cards mean, make what I heard on the previous card and what this card I know to mean just the card, I'm feeling like they're the same guy. I do feel that it is because I hear that he is a bit of a troublemaker and he's caused some trouble in the family. You're going to talk to him about his behavior and tell him he has absolutely got to settle down. I feel like you're going to tell him he needs to stop talking because he gets himself into a lot of trouble with his words and the things that he says. I feel that he's been fired from jobs and cast out of the workplace for creating some discord and upheaval by what he said. I feel he causes a bit of a problem wherever he goes this one because he's a little bossy, he's bossy and controlling. And he tends to think he knows what's best. And see, the thing is, I hear, like, he wants you to hear him. Like, he wants you to listen to what he has to say. That does come up here. If this Knight of Swords is living with you in your house, I feel that you're going to ask him to leave. I feel that even if you do that, he tries to come back in and disrupt it again. I feel like you're just never really fully going to be able to deal with him, at least in this phase he's in now, because he's like too much of a problem. He causes too many problems. He's out there and he's all over the place. A lot of scattered energy and disruption. And it does come up, like, in a way, he does feel like you owe it to him, or you owe him something, like, to make things better for him. But yet he doesn't really want to do the work required on his part of what he needs to do to make it better. Now, this is a general reading, Virgo, so please don't be mad at me if you're feeling like, why am I getting such a cruddy reading? I'm not happy with your cards. I'm not. It just sounds like one aggravating situation after another. Oh, I do feel that you are going to ask him to leave if he lives with you and try to keep him away at a distance. I do feel he will make a turnaround, but it's not right now. It's not on top of you. It's not within a year. I don't feel like within a year. I feel the months of September going through January, he's a complete mess. January of 2016, he might be starting to get his act together and coming around in a much better, more conducive way for dealing with him. It's weird. I get that he feels banished, but yet he likes that. Like, almost like he's going to wear this banishment as a badge of honor and courage. I guess to tell his friends or, people he associates with, I'm not really sure. And I get that he feels like he wants to say he walked out on you or he left the situation for some reason. Now, for some of you, I really feel this is your son. I do. For some of you, I feel this may be a love partner. There's detrimental effects to this either way. He comes up to me more as the sun vibration because in this card, this is your son. This would be somebody's child or a message from a spirit guide. In this card, he is coming up like he could be either a son or a love partner. But I don't know. So it just depends on which Virgo you are, and either way, it doesn't matter. And either way, it doesn't matter. It's neither of it is good. It's not good. I'm sorry. The next card that you have that comes up in your reading today, Virgo, you have the Knight of Pentacles. Now, got a lot of people cards here, really, because you have another one later on. This could be you. because it's an earth sign male. The Knight of Pentacles would either be a Virgo, a Taurus, or a Capricorn male. This Knight has something he wants to share with you or tell you. I feel like he's been going round and round in circles in his mind about how he can fix a circumstance or situation for you and make it better. Now, this may go back to this card here, the Knight of Swords. Maybe this Knight of Pentacles wants to come in and come up with some solutions for you. This Knight is tired of watching you suffer. So this is somebody that you're close to and already know. He comes up more as a brother or a friend to you. There's also a possibility that he could be another son watching the brother do something annoying to you. But first, he comes up as a brother or a friend first. I'm hearing that this Knight of Pentacles is going to come in and tell you that you need to stop this cycle and break this chain, that you're not going to be able to solve or do anything to fix the circumstance with the Knight of Swords that's in your life causing problems. You're going to get an invitation from this Knight of Pentacles to come stay with him, to get you out of the situation or the circumstance that you're in. This Knight of Pentacles and who's ever associated with him really want to help you. They love you. They care about you. They want to help you. I feel he's also connected to do with money. And he says there's a great deal of money here and he wants you to put it to good use. Now, that's rather interesting because the other card you have in your reading, and they're right next to each other here, you have 10 of Pentacles. And 10 of Pentacles to me symbolizes family money coming to you through family channels or an inheritance. So interesting, because this Knight of Pentacles is talking about a lot of money here that you need to put to good use, and they were right next to each other. So you have these two cards here, Virgo. You did have some good money cards here too, because you also had this earlier in your reading, which is Six of Pentacles, which is money coming to you through outside sources, or you being generous. It's either charity and money coming to you, or you being charitable to others. So you did have that card of money as well. Ah, well, now that's interesting. They're telling me, and I'm sure there's a lot of Virgos out there that know of this, so I'm not necessarily giving you big news, but they want to make sure that you think and ponder over the law of attraction that can set things in motion and change the course of your reality now, which is what you think about, you bring about. And energy flows where attention goes. Think on those things and look up anything about the law of attraction might be helpful for you about changing some circumstances that are unpleasant that are going on in your life. I feel like you are going to have an abundance of money flowing to you where you are going to be able to close the door on some things and put some things to rest. I feel that for some Virgos, you're going to go stay with somebody for a while. For other Virgos, I feel like your living situation changes and you have some people come stay with you, and some people that were living with you get booted out. So your living situation, depending on which Virgo you are, really seems to be going in there's like a real changing of the guard, like things are getting switched around here. And your happiness truly rides on your inner peace. You can't have peace within this situation that you've been in. And I feel that even though some negative things have happened, that this actually is a blessing in the sense that now you're going to get some kind of a breather here. I feel there's some Virgos, I feel like I'm talking to a batch of Virgos out there, not all of you, Some of you are probably scratching your head and saying, what? None of this is going on in my life, but I'm sure there's some Virgos that are going, oh, this is my story. You're going to get a breather. I feel like a year from now, you're going to feel so much better than you do right now. You're going to enter a whole new world, and this world of disruption that you found yourself in is completely behind you. Because I'm going to tell you what, Virgo, your last two cards are very interesting to me. And I'm sure it sounds, or it could sound insensitive to say, if you're heartbroken, if this is a love relationship to you, and you're going through all these different possibilities of devastation and loss here, to be told that somebody new is coming in for you, but I cannot lie about the cards. They're here, and I got to tell you in what comes up. Now, I'm going to show you the two that are back to back. You have Two of Cups and the King of Cups. The Two of Cups, the Two of Cups. This card is one of the best relationship cards that you can get. It is a divine match. It's meant to be. It's a divinely blessed union. Like you're finally meeting the right person for you that you have been meant to be with. Okay? So this is showing up. The outcome card, you have the King of Cups as your outcome card. So what I feel, that Spirit is trying to say here is no matter what devastation and losses you've been through, and not to undermine the severity of those situations, you have blessings of a divine union with someone who you're meant to be with. And I hear that you're going to be calling out to the forces of God, and that He is going to be bringing you what you need. And I get that there's going to be a lot of synchronicity that's going to happen to bring the two of you, your new coupling, together, and also some similarities with your situation. So you've got synchronicity and similarities. I feel through the months of May through August, you are really going to be putting some new things in motion, and I feel that the karmic wheels of fate are turning in your life in your favor at that time. And I feel you have a lot of happiness to follow in the next 6 months following that phase to a year out, that some of you will be possibly getting married to someone new. And I feel that at that time, for those of you that have experienced these devastations and loss, you're going to understand that fate played out a hand in your life to bring you to the circumstances that you will be finding yourself in, which will give you lots of happiness, joy, and peace and contentment at that time. And I feel you're going to be given the opportunity to upgrade your status and your situation in life and your place out in the world. This message really comes up strongly for you Virgos that have had a very troubling past and are ready to put that behind you. The outcome card of your reading today, Virgo, is, as I showed you already, is the King of Cups. And the King of Cups to me symbolizes a water sign male. This would be a Pisces, a Scorpio, or a Cancer male, or that could be his rising sign. This is a guy who's very good at communicating, telling stories. People really like him. He's friendly, he's sociable, he has a great wit. And I get He's the bee's knees. That's what they're saying. It's what you get when you have guides from another time. They come up with some funny, weird old phrases. And he's the bee's knees and he wants to please. That's what they said. So you got a little rhyme there from spirit guides. Um, he's going to feel like you make him complete. He really wants to be there for you, show you love, and give you emotional support. And he wants you to be there in his life too. He needs you there. Like he has some kind of needs too, and he needs you in a special way. Like you're making him feel whole again. I feel he's been very broken by some situations that have gone on in his life. For some of you Virgos out there, that this King of Cups is not a future relationship for. The Virgos out there where he is not, he represents your father that has passed away and is on the other side, giving you a lot of guidance and support from the afterlife. And for those of you that like to do spiritual practices or metaphysical studies or um, those kind of have interest in those kind of things, I feel that you would be able to do automatic writing and get messages from him directly through automatic writing. And that when he did pass, whenever this was, I feel that he passed away. It was like a lonely passing, that he had been alone for a long time. And you made things better for him when he was alive. And he wants to show you his love and appreciation to you. And I feel in some cases when he passed, maybe he had dementia or Alzheimer's, because I feel that he was very untrusting of people and wasn't completely right in his mind when he passed. I don't know exactly what he had going on here. But I feel that you took him under your wing and protected him and cared for him and looked after him. And you are going to be given a lot of spiritual blessings, good karma, and peace from all that you did in that circumstance. He definitely wants to thank you and show you his appreciation. And I also feel that he feels like better now. Like he's happy that that's over with, that he struggled with in the end there. He feels better. He's happy that it's over. He doesn't want you to feel sorry for him or bad now that this has happened, that he's gone. And for some of you, if you ever hear, if there's something to do with a door in your house or your apartment, wherever you live, especially if you live in a 2-story structure, because I hear something about a door being open and shut, or a door being locked and unlocked, or hearing a door bang. There's something he does with the door, and I feel it's on the second floor. And it's like a message to let you know, like just to let you know he's still there. Not that he hasn't moved on to the light, he has, but it's his way of signaling you. It's like a message to you. So I certainly hope that made sense to you, Virgos out there. And I'm sorry I didn't have a cheerier reading. I do really see good things coming for you. They are there. Sometimes it's hard to see the joys when we're in the throes of things that are negative. But I do feel that there's some turning around of some situations for you that are going to be a lot better. And just know I really, really wish you all the strength and peace that you can find right now. I'd like to say thank you to all you Virgos out there. who have watched, shared, and liked and subscribed to my videos. I'd also like to say thank you to the nice Virgos that I've had the pleasure of speaking with while doing private readings for them. If you're a Virgo that would like to schedule a private reading with me, I have the link to my website posted below. If you go to my order page, you can use the online scheduler and schedule your own appointment and make your payment on that page. I call you at the time of the readings unless you live outside of the United States. If you live outside of the United States, the readings are done via Skype, or you would need to call me at the time of your reading if you do not have Skype. I hope you have a great rest of your month of September, Virgo, and know that I wish you many blessings and